we went to do it. It wasn't even going to be the album cover. We went to just do a promo. It was like we were doing some photos with a photographer called Steve Gulick, who's a really good photographer. And one of them we wanted to do was underwater. It was like a 30-foot diving pool, and he was sort of at the bottom outside, behind glass. And so we had to keep diving down hour after hour, and then he took the shot with lights above it. But no, it's not really a direct reference to Nevermind. I don't think it's that similar really, other than the fact that it's in water. I don't really get why people think it's similar.
I don't really see the similarity. The Nirvana cover is like a cartoon. It's got a message, a pretty crude message, with the money and the baby, whatever. And ours is just, it's just supposed to be
well, it's supposed to be painted,
yeah. It's not supposed to say anything.
I mean, we like Nirvana. I mean, everyone likes Nirvana. Nirvana's part of the air we all breathe.
Yeah. She doesn't really.
My grandmother doesn't like Nirvana.
I thought you said regarding your change, your change like weight. I heard you say weight.
Oh wait, no weight. I'm fat now.
Oh
yeah, it's a choice in some ways. I mean, it's quite a boring story, but the way that the vocals were done on the first record wasn't very intentional. There wasn't like an intentionality behind it. We were basically like an instrumental band. We played. All of the focus was on the instruments, and we would play parties, and we didn't have microphones at the beginning, so I would just like scream bits of vocals over that eventually became the vocals for the album. Whereas with this album and with these songs, when we set up and we started writing, it was like I had time to work on the vocals, and we would be quiet, and I wouldn't be like trying to compete against the drums or anything, for example. So songs like Sahara, it was just a chord sequence, and it allowed me to just sing like the way I wanted to, you know. So it's not like I felt like I needed to change. It's more like this is more natural really than the way that I sang before. And the way that I was singing on the first tour would like blow my voice out a lot, you know. It wasn't natural for me to sing like that, so I feel more comfortable now with my voice. I don't know, it was a while ago now, so it definitely, when we did it, like we definitely noticed that a lot more like younger kids were coming to the shows and stuff that maybe wouldn't have been like aware of us at that time. Whether or not any of those people still listen to us now is to be argued, but at the time it definitely like there was like a little explosion of like a younger kind of audience, and I think it opened us out to a certain type of audience. But I don't think we're defined by it. I hope that we're not defined by it. The crowds are bigger now. Generally around the world there's like bigger shows.
Yeah. We had the opportunity to play more songs, obviously, so it's a bit more exciting for us because we can play different sets.
Yeah, we play for longer usually. We play for quite a lot longer than we used to. And I think the sets have more space, they have different spaces in them. On the Antidotes tour it was like one gear the whole way through, and now there's like different...
2 gears.
2 gears, yeah, now it's 2 gears. So when we do a third record there'll be 3 gears.
Forward and reverse.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't think it's the most pioneering music being made in the world, by a long way. I hope we don't sound like anyone else, and I hope we inspire people, but I don't know if we're opening entirely new vistas for people.
Yeah. Maybe in some way that the fact that, yeah, I don't know, maybe for a pop band, you know, because like, we're not like an underground band, so for a pop band to be like a bit experimental and stuff, maybe it shows certain bands that you can do both. You can try and be fresh, but still, you don't have to be like an underground experimental act, or be marginalised by the mainstream.
I think we'd like to record again when we're ready, when we have the songs. That's the best way to do it. But I think that the plan at the moment is to do it next year. But that's a very abstract plan. Bring Your Jack means to collaborate. I'd like to play with a guy called Kurt Weill, and then I'd like us to maybe be produced by Pharrell. I think it would be kind of interesting if he did it. Le singe est dans l'arbre. Le singe est sur la branche. The monkey's on the branch. Moi je m'appelle Yanis, j'habite dans Je suis 24 ans. Our French is appalling. Our French is really bad, yeah. And we come to France and we find people apologising to us because their English is bad, but they're apologising in English. I don't know how to say I'm sorry because my French is bad. It's really bad. But saying that, I've been to France a few times and I still haven't actually learned. I could just learn, but I haven't, so it's all my fault.
Maybe later?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe, yeah. I like France a lot. Like, I used to come on holiday to France. I like the quality of life. I think there's a more relaxed, more at ease feel, and less repressed in some ways than maybe what we're used to. The cheese and the wine's obviously a lot better. I mean, like, you know, but things like that it's like there's more of a, I don't know, there's more of a sensory, like, things that like can be a bit nicer in some ways in France. Other than that, I don't really know.
I know, we don't really have much of an insight into French life while on tour, because we don't really do anything. We sort of drive to places and then do this, and then go to a bar. But I don't know, the one thing I really know about France is that the shops are always shut in the middle of the afternoon, which I kind of admire that.
Yeah.
I think it's cool and really annoying, but it means you have to have some discipline when you're shopping. You have to know exactly when to go. Phoenix. Yeah,
Phoenix. Yeah, no, we do. Yeah, we do. I mean, I know like old 90s hip hop stuff, like MC Solar and I Am, stuff like that. And then obviously all the electro stuff. We know like all the Insta-tubes stuff, like Sirkin, Para One, Ed Banger stuff as well. We met this band called Husta Racket as well one time, and who else were the bands? Soko, yeah. The Virgins, they're pretty much a French band. I mean, they only play in France. Only joking.
We don't really know many French bands.
Yeah.
To be honest.
But I just named quite a few.
Yeah, I know, but they're not bands, are they?
No, true.
Because we love one band called Quadricolor, and you both bands play together this summer at Nice in France.
Oh yeah, I saw them.
Pantiero Festival.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I saw them play.
And so
what are they called, sorry?
Quadricolor. And I just want to
Quadricolor.
a gift. It's for you.
Cool. Yeah, we saw them play. Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.